What is up, YouTube? Today we are making high protein, dirty, cheesy wedges of fries, whatever you want to call them. Sorry about the camera angle at the moment. It's not like this when I'm actually making them. It's just because I didn't realise my phone was flipped when I was recording it. But today, let's get right started. So what you need a peeler, a knife, obviously, some paprika, Worcester sauce for the seasoning, obviously potatoes, and then you need some cheese. You can use any cheese you want. Colander, like a drainer to drain the potatoes, and you need an oven-proof dish to put in the oven because you're going to put your fries in the oven or wedges, whatever you want to call them. So when you're cutting them, you can cut them two ways. I'm going to show you both ways. To make the wedges, so you cut it in half, and then once you've cut it in half, you can cut it into, let's say if you're going to cut it into thirds, so you cut it diagonally downwards to the centres, as you just see there, and then you make, depends how big your potato is, then you make as many like that, or you can just cut it into slices like this. You can just cut it straight downwards, and you make a bit more, but they're not as big, they're thinner. So they're the two ways you can make potatoes. You choose which one you want to do, and you cut your potatoes like that. You can make fries of these, but I just did wedges. So what you need to do now is you need to put some water into a boiling pan, not a boiling pan, like a pot, so you can put it on your cooker so you can boil the water, because you need to boil the water first so the water is nice and hot. So when you start boiling the potatoes, because you want to boil the potatoes first and nice and soft, and then you're going to boil it so it's bubbling, and you're gonna once it's boiling, you're going to put your wedges or chips into the frying pan, and you're going to turn it down because you don't want it boiling all the way through when you're cooking them. You're going to turn it to like very, very high heat, to about low medium heat. You're going to put all your wedges in, all your potatoes into the into the water, and then once you've done that, you're going to once the potatoes have been finished boiling, you're going to put them into the oven-proof dish I showed at the start, and then you're going to just throw them all in. As you can see here, I was just scooping them all in, and it took forever. So you're just going to throw them all into the dish so that you can put them in the oven. And you're going to keep the skins on these. You can use a peel if you want to, but I prefer to keep the skin on it. It makes it crispy and it's easier. So then you want your Worcester sauce and your paprika. You're going to drizzle your paprika over it to make sure it covers all of it. I think I put a bit too much on. Don't put as much on as me. And then you're going to give it a shake so it spreads out your Worcester sauce, as you can see here I'm doing. And then once you've done that, you want to get your paprika. You can use teaspoons. I'm just drizzling it all over. Pour it on. Make sure it covers it, because you want to get that extra flavour into your potatoes. And then once you have done this, you will need to get your cheese. As you can see here, I'm getting my cheese. You can use any cheese you want. You can use light cheese, mature cheese, extra light cheese. It doesn't really matter. Cheddar cheese, mozzarella. I don't really know. Halloumi, but I've found cheddar, so I'm just going to use that. You can put extra seasoning spices on if you want. I'm putting peri spice on as well. You can put thyme, you can put extra herbs on. It's up to you. But I'll just put some peri on. And obviously you want salt and pepper on it as well, as you can see here. So you want just sprinkle all over, and then you will be alright for salt and pepper. But make sure you don't put too much salt on like I did, because it'd be really salty, and obviously salt's bad for you. Then you're going to get your cheese, and finally you're going to start grating your cheese on top, all over. You want to make your chips nice and cheesy. You want to make them as cheesy as you can, because the cheesier your chips are, the better. Well, that's in my opinion. Just to let you know, these chips are about, depends how many, obviously, if you eat the whole thing. Let's say a quarter of the chips is about 300 calories per serving. So 4 servings for 4 people, 300 calories. And this is high in protein, decently low in fat, and it's obviously high in carbs, because potatoes are high in carbs. But it's low in salt, because literally only salt you had was the salt you sprinkled on top, and the salt and cheese as well. But other than that, that's it. And then this will take around 10 minutes. No, not 10 minutes to make. Average guess of how long this will take. Well, you have to get everything ready, so that'll take 5 minutes. You have to cut the potatoes, that'll take like another 5 minutes. 10 minutes so far. Boil them, which will take you about 10 to 15 minutes, so 25 minutes so far. And you put them in the oven, which I just put them in the oven for about, depends how crispy you want them. If you want them really, really crispy, put them in for 20 minutes at a high temperature. But if you don't want them for crispy, put them in like 10 minutes at 20 minutes at a low temperature. Thank you.